Thank you, graduates, for your generosity in that video. Good morning. I'm Dr. Tam Humbert, chair of the department, and I have just a few words. You know that I can't stop by saying just one word, so I'll have some perspectives for you this morning. So good morning to the graduates, family, special guests, and to the faculty. Thank you for your support and care today and throughout the 5 years that these very fine graduates experienced through their journey through our program. Now, I do have a confession to make, and it's apology of sorts. You see, the college and the OT department has not been fully honest with you. When you inquired about the program or the college more than 5 years ago, I am sure that you received a shiny, glossy pamphlet that spoke about our program. You may even have gone online to look at the website and find more information about our program. We didn't have a blog at that time, so I'm sure you didn't see that. But I guarantee that what I'm about to share with you today was not covered or even hinted at when you were making your decisions to come here. Yes, you could study abroad in your junior year. Yes, you would need to take anatomy and physiology. Yes, you would need to complete fieldwork as part of the degree requirements. We were honest about all of those things, and we needed to be. However, if you would go back and look at those promotional materials and items, and even the ones that we put out now, many of them with your shiny faces on them, you will not see the one thing that I am most proud about in our program. You will not see the word transformation or any idea that you would be transformed in some way in and through this program. Now, once you were accepted into the program, you all received the OT student manual, and you kept those for 5 years, I'm sure. And you would have seen words like professional and personal goals, a tradition of excellence, self-reflection and self-awareness, and even an ethos of caring, but no words like transformation. I remember distinctly many years ago when the faculty were sitting around the conference table talking about revising the curriculum. And the faculty was talking about what we believed our curriculum offered to inspiring OT students. At that time, we had a graduate student as part of the focus group, and when we said that we should promote transformation happens in our program, she said, "I would not have come to Elizabethtown College. As a senior in high school, I wanted to be an OT. I did not want to be transformed." So here you have it, my confession and my apology. We knew that this would happen. We just didn't tell you up front. Now, you may be asking, why am I making such a big deal about transformation, this word? You may even be thinking, well, I really truly wasn't transformed during these past 5 years. But let me tell you another little story. It was this past winter, and I was having lunch with a recent graduate. She was telling me about a conversation that she had with another recent graduate. And they both had been in the field working as OTs for over 2 years. They were excited about their jobs. They felt honored to have the support of experienced practitioners and supervisors around them. They loved their work and the challenges that entry-level practice brought. They were learning and growing and offering an ethos of caring. At the end of the conversation, they looked at each other and said, "Is this all there is?" I remember smiling and thinking to myself that these recent graduates were now primed to continue their own life of transformation. You too may just be wanting to get on with your life, get through fieldwork, take the exam, get a great job, and begin having a real adult life. But there will come a time, maybe in 2 years, maybe in 20, when you wake up and say, is this all there is? I think the real question entails, what is my purpose in life? What is it that I am to learn next in my life? And who am I? This is the essence of transformation. Some of you have started answering those questions while being here at Elizabethtown and taking classes in OT and outside of OT. Some of you have started wrestling with these ideas through life events, chosen and not so. I know that you have done so, and that you have started on the journey of transformation, because when I asked you a couple weeks to send me your stories of what touched you here at E-Town and what you have learned, and also as evidenced by the video, you told me story after story. You spoke about people and places and events that helped you see more clearly who you were, what you're good at, what gave you strength and encouragement and hope. And in those descriptions, you provided many clues that helped you along the way, and primarily relationships with one another. The journey was ignited here. Today we are saying congratulations and goodbye. We are also saying the journey has just begun. You will need to find, and I think you will, other relationships on this journey. You will experience meaningful life events, chosen and not so. You will have work opportunities that will change you, and all of these will be calling you to another level of transformation. Let me give you just a few words of advice from David White's book, The Three Marriages: Reimagining Work, Self, and Relationships. White says that life really is about the intermingling of committed relationships, the discovery of your truest essence, and a different way to understand work. These three aspects of life are the basis of transformation. And here are some of his takeaway points. Number one, work, our real work, is entangled in the everyday tasks of showing up, doing, and completing tasks. Most of the time, it's not more than that. Number two, work is an evolving process influenced and shaped by meaningful relationships and our relationship to understanding ourselves. Number three, we need time to reflect, to have periods of quiet, to hear the deep calling within, and that which allows us to move from just doing to becoming. 4, if we wait to feel our call or to have an epiphany as to what our call might be, we will miss everyday living. It is mostly in retrospect that we can see what our purpose in life has been. And lastly, 5, transformation is about continually making a vow to attend to relationships, self, work, or purpose. So I think you have had opportunities to do those things while you've been here. Now, this may shock you just a bit, some of you, and it may go against all of what you hold near and dear to your OT lives. But this is what White continues to say, and I also believe as well. Quote, we should stop thinking in terms of work-life balance. Work-life balance is a concept that has us simply lashing ourselves on the back and working too hard in each of these 3 commitments: work, marriage, or relationships, and self. In the ensuing exhaustion, we ultimately give up on one or more of them to gain an easier life. End of quotes. The real secret is not to try to achieve balance, because that rarely happens. It is about finding a central conversation within yourself that can hold all of these things, these 3 marriages together. and that is the process of transformation. So yes, I am a bit apologetic this morning for not telling you before you entered the program that your lives would change, and you may not have even come to Elizabethtown if you heard those words. But I am very confident to say to you today that you have the foundations to continue the journey, and when you think, is this all there is? I hope you will remember these words, that it is time to open the doors to transformation once again, to find the central conversation and live it out. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
Good morning. Congratulations, graduates. I'm Debbie Waltermeyer. I will be announcing their names. So do we want them to all stand all together? So you can rise and make your way. Okay. Make sure you have your hood over your arm. Okay. Put my glasses on so I can read. All right. So I'm going to be reading these by the research projects that they completed, which you see in your program. The first one was entitled Psychosocial Demands of Caregiving for Individuals with Parkinson's Disease, Occupational Therapy's Role. Faculty advisor was Dr. Terry Dennehy. Our first student, Megan Farrell. Nicole Corcoran. And Sarah Fraunheiser. Our next project was entitled Beyond Picky Eating. What do parents think? Faculty advisor is Dr. Carrie Hampel. Rachel Engelhardt. Markia Johnson. And Angela Myers. The next project was called Decision Making in the Occupational Therapy Evaluation Process, a Grounded Theory Study. Faculty advisor is Dr. Judy Erickson. Adeline Enders. Elise Starkey. And Megan Ziff. Next, developing a learner-centered approach to interprofessional education within an occupational therapy curriculum. The faculty advisor for this is Dr. Angela Salvadia. Nicole Brackman. Casey Farrell. And Jenny La Liberty. Development of real-time motion capture technology for upper extremity rehabilitation, a clinical perspective. These students worked with Dr. Daniel Panchik. They also worked with Dr. Kurt DeGood in the physics department, and they worked with a physics and engineering student, correct? Who is listed at the end here. All right, Lakin McLeaf. Jenna Nguyen. And Dana Rabadou. Discovering the impact of sensory processing disorder characteristics on family routines. The faculty advisor is Dr. Nancy Carlson Stedman. Audrey Barrett. Allison Doughton. And Rebecca Roth. Effectiveness of advanced pneumatic compression devices on lymphedema, a systematic review. Faculty advisor is Dr. Daniel Panchik. Ashley Cox. Jessica Hornberger. And Sienna Orapollo. Next was exploring an expert occupational therapist's clinical reasoning in pediatric trauma, attachment, and sensory processing. Faculty advisor is Ms. Christine Achenbach. Adriana Bertolino. Shannon Deck. And Kathleen Wilkinson. Interoception, the eighth sense. Pilot intervention efficacy study for school-age children with autism, supervised by Dr. Carrie Hampel and a clinician, Kelly Mahler, and Dr. Carrie Hampel will hood them. Adam Amsbacher. Elizabeth Niehaus. And Alyssa Ray. A needs assessment of home modification services in Lancaster County. The primary supervisor or advisor was Dr. Limba Leinbach, but they also had help from Kristen Hall and Dr. Tam Humbert. Stephanie Antonic. Jacqueline Hikes. And Sarah Inglis. Occupation-based coaching for commercial truck drivers, a pilot study. Our faculty advisor, Miss Anne Marie Potter, is not able to be here this morning. They will be hooded by Dr. Carrie Hampel. Jamie Deischer. Emily Good. Rachel Sassaman. Occupational Therapist Perspectives on Home-Based Interventions Surrounding Obesity, a pilot study. The faculty advisor is Dr. Terry Dennehy. Molly Hurley. Aaron Steingraber. And Kayla Zagorowski. Last but certainly not least, the BBC Sensory Scales, an innovative approach to measuring sensory patterns among pediatric populations. The faculty advisor is Dr. Nancy Carlson Stedman. Caitlin Guilfoy. Michaela Kemmerly. and Carly Mutter. Congratulations to the class of 2017.
We wish you all the very best in your life. Keep in touch. At this point in time, we're going to ask the graduates to get your caps, and they're going to do some photography and pictures. And you're welcome to take pictures. You're welcome to more refreshments. It's an open, casual, thank you, congratulatory party. If you would like, there is a brunch up in the marketplace, and you're all welcome to attend that as well. So thank you for coming, and thank you for celebrating with us.